Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network. And welcome here to my review and Riverdale, my Riverdale review, Dale of Riverdale reviewing series here for season 3, episode 20. But yeah, so let's start with the boxing plot. No, not no one asked for. Archie's mom Mary is home for a spell while Fred is out of town. Last week was Luke Perry's final scene from the show, passing away, and this is our official plea for Molly Ringwald to join the show more regularly now that Perry is no longer with us. In her turn to dispense wisdom, which is in essence stop boxing, she is Serge even I mean, yeah. See Archie, even your mom asks this of you. As Archie's new manager, Veronica has an application for a regional classic fight. It just needs his parents' signature. Oh, and also Veronica wants to update Archie's gym because it's a little too south side for her taste, and she has the money to invest. Because apparently, Robin and Pops have been raking in cash, post paying off Hiram and Gladys's. Archie's request for his mom to sign the application form is met with a lecture about boxing being more brutal than football, which prompts him to reveal that he's been considering going pro. Archie then forges his mom's signature, but his mom is also one of the only supportive parents in Riverdale and calls, college friend who is now a recruiter for the Naval Academy. Mary wants Archie to consider boxing in college with a scholarship rather than going pro. But the 5 years of mandatory military service post graduation will cut into Archie's prime boxing years, so he's not thrilled with the idea. Still, he is disappointed his mom and agrees to an exhibition match with Fangs to show off his skills. And actually, Archie's tournament is moved, which means he has to agree to do both that fight and his exhibition the same night. And oh yeah, he's 6 pounds over his weight class. He is 6 pounds over his weight class and only has a week to lose it. But yeah, to Eye the Tiger training montage. But after his first fight, which he loses, Archie is hurting, and Veronica wants him to cancel the second one because yeah, it's really stupid. He tries to tell his mom that he's not feeling well, but he insists and makes a fool of himself, tripping on the ropes and passing out before the fight even begins. Like the non-emotionally crippled parents she is, Mary turns to Art, and they have a good old-fashioned Andrews family heart-to-heart. Archie is still set on going pro, but she wants him to consider his future beyond being 17. Later, though, she relents and says she wants to support his dreams. Meanwhile, back at the former Cooper residence, Jughead and Jellybean are adjusting to life without Gladys. But Jellybean is more concerned with why she can't keep playing Griffins and Gargoyles. She has a final quest to find the Gargoyle King's gospel. P, who's the sheriff despite Robin Pop last week, calls Jug and tells him to come down to Junkyard Steve's. There, he's found a burnt out school bus, which apparently, because the new home base is no home base for the Gargoyles. While searching it, Jug finds a book that literally says the Gospel of the Gargoyle King on the cover, and stashes it without showing his dad. Ooh, done. Sorry, hold on for a second. Answering messages on Snapchat. It's so much fun. No, I'm not a lazy man. Hold on. What the heck? Alright, which brings us to Betty, who is understandably freaking out about her dad's accident, but it's not grief for her dad departed. Her departed father knows the fear that was all a grand escape plot. She's determined to see his body with her own eyes and drives to the scene of the crash with Veronica. FP insists no one survived. There were 5 inmates and a driver, and that's the number of charred heads they found. But Betty's not convinced. She goes to the farm to warn Alice that Hal might be on the loose again, but Alice wants her to stop indulging in delusions. Betty is perturbed to see her mom got a tattoo. So, alright. Betty is going full conspiracy theory on the accident, telling Jughead her father used her and this transfer request to escape. She's so worried that she's back to target practice at the shooting range, but it seems she's not need to worry. Dr. Cordell Jr. calls to tell her that the DNA on a hand they found matched her father's DNA and fingerprints. Still, she's back on the girl detective track with her best crime-solving partner, Jughead. Jughead tells her about the gospel and starts reading from it. Compelled by its mystical descriptions, Betty reminds him that the Gargoyle King is flesh and blood, which means he can die too. In short, she won't rest until this is done. Fine will be done, huh? Bughead goes to the coroner to assess Kurt's body, and they note that he has the same symbols tattooed on his back the others have carved into them. They go to a tattoo parlor for answers, and the guy tells them Kurt simply showed him a photo of the design and paid cash, just like the first guy a year ago. It turns out a man who won't allow his picture to be taken requested the same tattoo, but Betty immediately asks if he was a sandy-haired, blue-eyed, weirdly magnetic man, just like our favorite cult leader. Getting deep into the weeds, Betty Sprouse thinking Edgar must be the man with the tattoo. The timing aligns with when the farm first came to town. Not to mention, her mom got a tattoo now, because getting tattoos is inherently suspicious, even though Archie and Jughead both have them. So, okay, Betty. Jughead isn't convinced because Edgar wasn't in Riverdale during the time of the Midnight Club and the Assassin's Night. But Alice gave testimony about the Midnight Club, so it's possible he took on the Gargoyle King persona, namely because they're both really, really creepy, and yeah. So I've heard worse arguments. Betty and Jughead wasted no time going to confront Edgar while he's preaching to his followers. She demands he take off his shirt. There we go. But there are no heroic symbols on his back, so either he does a lot of hard to reach makeup work every day, or he's not the mysterious blonde man who got that tattoo. The centerpiece of the episode comes with the pursuit of high school rituals. Or the purest of high school rituals, the junior prom. Yes, that's right, in between running street gangs, investigating serial killers, and running businesses, these kids still have time for prom because. But yes, Jughead, Cheryl, and Tony are running for co-prom queen, because sure. And Archie and Veronica decide to go as friends because, yeah, sure. Cheryl's dream of prom queen are quickly dashed when Evelyn informs her campaigning for it is forbidden because it goes against the farm's strict rules of equality. Cheryl pushes back, insisting she wants both. So Edgar gives her a strict talking to, which boils down to forcing her to choose between seeing Jason and continuing to run for prom queen. She can't stand the idea of losing these visits with her that's my brother. So she relents. But by episode's end, it's clear the gleam is off the penny which when it comes to Shawnee and the farm. Operating that the only thing that could talk Cheryl out of joining a cult is her own opportunities for pain, praise, and self-narration. The prom is also where Jughead and Betty devise a plot to capture the Cockrell King once and for all. They will invoke a ritual from his gospel, crowning Betty, the Griffin, aka Prom Queen, drawn out for him out. First, they have to change the prom theme from Pirate Nights to one more in line with Griffins and Gargoyles, G&G D&D. Because apparently in Riverdale, people go in themed costumes for prom. So, okay. Anyways, the pretty poisons, and the serpents will block the entrances to the gym as the prom queen ceremony begins, trapping the king inside. But nothing goes as planned, obviously. Though at least we can stand by the constants of Jughead wearing his beanie, even to prom. Betty fixes the prom queen boat and goes to dance with Jughead for a spell, for a moment. Veronica and Archie are also dancing when she drops a bomb of her own. Pop revealed to her that Hiram gave her a fake deed, and he still owns the diner at Albanese. So she and Archie are going to pretend they don't know this and manipulate Hiram into digging his own grave. Together, they'll take down Hiram for good. So, yeah. Meanwhile, until Veronica decides she's the daddy's little girl yet again, so Archie's endgame once again? I don't know. Never know. Meanwhile, Betty and Jughead's plan quickly goes off the rails. She gets a note from a masked prom guest and tells her to go to a place where the princess's Ascension Night was held. She has to come alone and tell no one. She does as told and returns to the girls' bathroom. The scene cutting between her and Alice's own experiences on Ascension Night. The bathroom is once again bathed in red light and scrawled with Tom Riddle-worthy messages reading "Flip or your fate." Betty refuses to drink from the goblets and returns to the hallway where she sees the Gargoyle King. She approaches him and draws her gun, but someone tackles her and pulls the gun off. It's what? The Black Hood with the hood for a hand. For a hook for a hand. Because Hal totally just jumped off his own hand as part of an elaborate escape plan. Sure. Anyway, the Black Hood gives chase, and he and Betty fight throughout Riverdale High's corridors and locker rooms. He menacingly scraps his hook down some lockers. Betty takes him out for a minute with a hockey stick. Their bodies soon about the school, including one that looks suspiciously like Evelyn. Betty manages to lock herself into the janitor's closet and tries to call 911 before being terrified by a headless corpse. Suddenly, though, the Black Hood is gone and Jughead is outside. She falls out of the closet and tells him the grim truth that the gospel was all a setup to get her alone with her dad again. It's possible even that the Hood and the Gargoyle King are now working together. Betty feels compelled to warn Alice and goes to her at the farm, telling her the sad story of prom night. She reveals to Alice she told Hal all about her engagement to Edgar, which makes her think the Black Hood is coming for Alice next. Edgar urges Betty to stay at the farm where they'll protect both her and Alice. And she agrees. So, okay. We'll see how next week goes. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. But all great episode. Certainly enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Welcome to smash the like button. Find me on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Snapchat and Instagram as TVK_06. My personal Twitter handle at Army_strong_06. Hope you all have a happy Cinco de Mayo. Feliz Cinco de Mayo. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, whether in your area, and above all else, as always,